Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Tuplex. Since the last episode, I basically finished feeding the belts over here to get the other ingredients that we need besides the electric engines. So I've got a combined belt of batteries and steel. So I'm just putting the steel on half a belt from over here. And then since we're making batteries up here, I just put a splitter. Maybe I don't need the splitter. Well, for sure I don't need the splitter right now, but at some point we might want one. Okay, and then I bring that down there. I put those onto a belt, and then I split it. And then for the circuits, see, I'm already bringing engines and circuits here for the electric engines. And since I have those circuits already, I put a splitter here and then put an underground belt so that I side load only half of the belt, and that way I can pull circuits off of this and onto this belt as well. And then I did the same on the other side. So that way we can split the circuits from the engines so that circuits and engines come down here and circuits only come on here, and then the electric engines load onto the other half of this belt, as you can see down here. So we are making flying robot frames now, which is very exciting. That means we're going to be able to make some bots. So I suppose I'll make construction bots perhaps on one side. And, well, let's see what we need to make these robot brains. Actually, let me look here instead so I can check them both. Alright, so this needs construction bot, brain, and tool, and this needs logistic bot, brain, and tool. Would those be here? Yeah. Okay, and they have essentially the same ingredients in different quantities, it looks like. Yeah. Okay, so I think we can make those together. Let me add actually, you know what I should have? I should have construction and logistics bots with 0.25 factories each. That way I'll see all the ingredients. So let me add that as well. Logistic robots 0.25. Let's see what happens there. Seems that I can't combine the two. Okay, that's too bad. Alright, well what I can do, this is 0.4, right? So let's just set these both to 0.4. Oops. Alright, and that should give us the equivalent quantity. Alright, so now we can do the flying robot frames. 20.7. Alright, so it's a little bit on the high side. These might actually be 0.375. That's why. 0.375. There we go. Save. Okay, good. So we're back to that. We've got the engines. All right. I don't need any more information about the flying robot frames. We've already got that taken care of. So let's look at the construction robot brains and tools, and the logistic robot brains and tools. All right, so it looks like we'll need 3 assembly 2s for the brains on each one, and 1 assembly machine each on the tools. Okay, And then this is going to combine at the bot stage. All right, so let's all right, so let's just put, actually maybe it might be better if I put these both on the same side since we're going to be sharing ingredients. Whoops. All right, so let's start with the construction bots, since that's what I want first. Now these take half a second, so we'll put a fast inserter to get those. And I think for now I'll just, can I make logistics chests yet? I can make the big ones. Okay, so do I want that in a storage chest or a provider chest? A provider chest. So let's just make 2 of those big provider chests. Okay. And then we need the brains. So we need 3 brain machines feeding into this one, or at least 2.5, right? So what we could do is 1, 2, 3, and these will be the construction bot brains. How long do these take to make? 5. All right, so we can do that, and then we just need to change the drop tile to the diagonal. And that way all 3 of these can feed into the same machine. Okay, and these require all those components. And then up here we also need the robot tool. Construction robot tool, which requires steel gears. 1, 2, 3, and steel plates. All right, so maybe we can bring steel in there. The gears fly across like this, and the plates go in like that. That takes 1 second. Okay. Actually, if it takes 1 second, the yellow one will be fine. And a yellow one will be fine there. And this requires 1 plate per gear. There. Okay, so I got some mining finished. What I want to do next is I want to research some of the more advanced refining methods. So I'm going to do chemical refining next because I want to start getting ready to do crystals. Because once we go off site to start doing our ore processing, I would like to refine the ores up at least to crystals, maybe not purified, but at least to crystals. And for that, we need this technology. We also need leaching plants, and those require 2 ingredients that we don't have yet. Actually, 3 that we don't have yet: brass, concrete, bricks, and aluminum. So we'll need to get started on those as well. I did update my to-do list. And I didn't save it. Okay. All right, so I need to add a new one. We need concrete brick, we need aluminum, and we need brass. Okay, and then we can do the offsite processing. All right, so these need electronic components, transistors, and circuit boards. And I need more belts. Now the circuit boards, I think those are the phenolic boards. The circuit boards I don't think I have on the bus, so I'll have to send a belt of those over. Okay, yeah, that's these guys here. Okay. All right, so we got chemical refining. Do we need that yet? Silver, uranium. Perhaps not. Slag processing 2, I think we are going to need. So let's research that next. All right. I think we may need to speed this up a bit. Let's increase our output here. Okay, I need 3 of those Mk2 machines. There we go. Give us a little extra. Okay, and then I could use a combined belt of transistors and electronic components, which I have over here. Okay. So I'm going to stop that for now. Okay, advanced aluminum. I don't think we need advanced aluminum right now. I don't think I need metallurgy 3. It's reinforced concrete. Can I make concrete brick? Let's check. That's reinforced concrete bricks. All right, let's see what we need for concrete brick. Here we go. Cement processing 2. All right, I've already done that. And everything else I can make already. Okay. So we've got what we need for the concrete bricks. And then what was the other one? Brass. Okay. Let's see what we need for brass. Okay. And I've already got that recipe too. All right. So I'm not sure what to research right now. Robot speed would be good. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, where was I? I was up here. All right, so we need these guys. And actually, I only want that on half of a belt. And then the transistors, I want on the other half of the belt. Okay, and transistors are way over here. So let's put a splitter so we can go up this way as well. And then we'll need to go underground a bit. There. And we can side load like that. We only need half a belt going through there anyway. Okay. Let's do worker robot speed 2. Because why not? How about cargo? Yeah, let's do cargo size. No, let's do speed first. I'll do speed until cargo size 1 is less expensive. Where was it? Now I can't find it. There we go. Worker robot speed 2. Okay. And then we'll load that one that way. Okay. And I'm going to pick all that up. Okay, so that needs circuit boards, transistors. Oh, I guess I didn't need to pick it up. It's okay if I got... It's okay if I have a full belt of that. Sorry, I thought... I was thinking I only needed half a belt for some reason. Okay. And then this is going to, every 5 seconds, require 11 items. I'll put fast inserters, even though a yellow would be fast enough. There we go. And we'll do that, that, and that. Okay, and then here we need steel. That's why I only wanted half a belt of those circuits, so I could bring steel over. Okay. I could do something really ugly here, but I'm going to resist the temptation. We'll do it the nice way. There we go. Okay. And then the bots we can place right there. Worker robot speed 2. All right, and worker robot speed 3 we can't do. So let's do cargo size. And we'll take the first 10 of these bots so that we can employ them right away with our personal RoboPort. I'm charged now, so hopefully it'll be enough to keep the bots recharged. Okay, awesome. Okay, now I have bots. Let's test it out on something. Yay! Oh, that's so awesome. I love when I first get bots. Okay, and then we can basically duplicate this same setup for the other ones. But in this case, I think we can use the same gear making machine for both of these. In fact, let me try something here. No, that's good. Okay, and then this will be logistic bot frame, or logistic roboport tool, whatever the heck we call this thing. Let's move this over one. Okay, and then this will go like that. We'll put that there. I should probably put a limit on these. For construction bots, I'll just do 2 stacks of each to begin with. That'll give me, what, 100 bots. Okay, and then just need it underground. And bring those over. And then we should start. Oh. Yeah, and I need this. There we go. What am I missing? I'm not getting any... Why am I not getting any gears? Oh, this is full. Why aren't you making anything? Oh. That's the wrong kind of bot. This should be logistics robot. There we go. And these are supposed to be logistic robot brains. That's why none of this is working. Okay. Let's just make sure this works. Yes, nice. Okay, now I think Bob has a thing called a robo chest. And I think this is designed to gather and hold a lot of robots for deployment. I'm going to make one just to see what it is that it does. But I think that's supposed to be a way to deploy lots of bots without having to have a lot of roboports, because the roboports can only hold 350 bots each. Thermal refining. That'd probably be good to have. I'm going to need titanium. I think that's going to be a while. Let's do logistics system. Okay, so we got some of those, and that is pretty much full. All right, let's see what this robo chest does. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that holds 500 bots instead of 350. And it has a very small area, so I'm not sure what, and it can only recharge one bot at a time. So I'm not sure what the advantage of using that is. It can hold more bots, but it has a very limited range, and yeah, I don't get it. Okay. Well, let's make a few roboports. And I think I'm gonna probably have to do some research on Bob's robots, just so I can figure out what all the different items are used for, because I'm not too familiar with those as of now. All right, so we've got another roboport over here. So I want to get these networks tied together so I can start to set up a supply system. And this would be the ideal place for it. But I've got that in the way. So I think I'll just put it here. That has to go the other way. Okay. Will that fit there? No, it will not. All right, what if I put one there? That won't fit either. I could make it fit, but it's still not going to be far enough. All right, so I'll just do it like this. Okay, I'll leave them aligned for now. Okay, so those are all connected now. And let's put some of these logistics bots into the network. We'll start with a stack. All right, and it's picking up some of my junk already. Nice. Here, get some more. I've been looking forward to that for a long time. Okay, so we got logistics system, Mk2 chests. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here that I'm not too familiar with. Let's see, what do we need for the personal solar panels? Okay, portable solar panel 2. I need glass and silver. Okay, so maybe we can start getting glass and silver from the processing of the mineral sludge. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, so we're doing good with bots. Let's mark the map. I'll just put a little bot icon over here so we know that's what that's for. And and then take a look at our to-do list. So we got some personal bots. We got some logistics bots for the base. So next we need to do mineral sludge. And the reason I want the mineral sludge, pardon me, I'm trying to get rid of my map here, is so that we can use that to start making some like aluminum ore and things like that that we need. So if we look at mineral sludge and we look at what it's used for, we can use it with a crystallizer to make copper and iron, lead and tin, nickel and silicon. And here we go. These are some of the ones that I want. Aluminum, cobalt and zinc, and then we can also use it to make silver. So with the silver, silicon we already have. I think I need the silicon to make the glass. But so with these items we can start to make. We can get gold, tungsten. So we can get already with the technology that we have. We can get all of these rare or more highly refined ores that we wouldn't have access to otherwise for a little while. And I want to start producing those in small quantities so that I can use those to just to make items, to make machines and so forth. Wow. We're really burning through the lead here. I need more rubite. Let me get some more rubite. The other thing I need to do is get some more electricity. So let's get rubite, let's get more electricity, and then if we have time, we'll start on the mineral sludge. Otherwise, we'll do that in the next episode. Okay, do I have Mark II drills? Yes, I do. All right, first I'm going to pick those up. Actually, let's pick all of this up. Yeah, and I think if I don't use these bots too heavily, I think they'll survive okay with the batteries that I have. Okay, and I think a yellow belt is still going to be enough for us. And obviously I don't need all these drills to saturate a yellow belt. But this way we'll have extra drills so that when some of them get mined out, we'll be able to get more. Okay, now I definitely want to be able to get this out. And I'm going to set the input priority to be on the right side. Because if this gets backed up, then that could prevent this drill from getting saphirite out, and I don't want that to happen. All right, so this way it'll prioritize the rubite coming from here over all of this. Okay, so for power, I want to upgrade the steam engines that we already have, and I want to upgrade them to Mark II. So if we look at this, originally one boiler, the Mark I boiler makes 3.6 megawatts, or it uses 3.6 megawatts, and it converts it to energy at 50% efficiency. So we get 1.8 megawatts of power from one boiler. The Mark I boilers can make 900 kilowatts each, so that's why we have a 2-to-1 ratio. 2 steam engines on one Mark I boiler. The Mark II boilers have a big advantage in that they have a higher efficiency, 60%, which is a 20% increase in efficiency over the Mark I, right? Because 10% is 20% of 50%. So 10% increase in overall efficiency, but a 20% improvement from the Mark 1. So that means we'll use less fuel to make the same amount of energy. And then these consume 5.3 megawatts. So let me get my calculator out here. So if we do 5.3 times 0.6, that means we're going to get 3.18, or we can round that off to 3.2 megawatts from one Mark II boiler. And then the Mark II steam engines use 1.6 megawatts each, so they conveniently maintain the ratio of 2 to 1, which is very nice. I think it didn't used to be like that until fairly recently. All right, and then the other nice thing is that these use the Mark I items as ingredients. So I may have to run and get more stuff, but what we'll do is I'll just pick these up in pairs and start converting them over. All right, so we'll make 2 Mark II boilers, and we'll put those there. You know what? I'm just going to do this all at once. It won't be that big of an interruption. Now, the other thing that we're going to have to do is get some more water, because they do use more water as well. And I'll show you that in more detail in a minute. Oops. Okay, so now we got Mark IIs. Now the Mark IIs put out steam at a higher temperature than the Mark Is. So you can't use Mark I boilers with the Mark II, or you can't use Mark I engines with the Mark II boilers. I think they will get damaged over time. At least that was. I haven't confirmed that. I heard some discussion about it, so I think it's already implemented, but it might just be something that's planned. But in any case, I want to use the Mark II boilers anyway, because it'll work out a little bit better for us. All right, Mark II steam engines. I already had 10 made. Looks like I'm going to need to get more steel to finish these. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just put in as many as I can, and then I'll run and get some more steel so that I can fabricate the rest. All right, so for the rest, I'm going to need 22. I need 23 more. All right, and we're already making almost as much power as we were previously. I should use my car, which is here. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3. And then I have 10 boilers left over, because the mistake that I made was that this mistake I made previously is I started making boilers before I removed the old ones. So, and that's the reason why I removed the old ones first, is so that we can use those as an ingredient for the Mark IIs and not end up with a bunch of unused Mark Is. Okay. Yeah, so we've already solved our power problem. I'm going to replace... well, maybe I won't. I think I'd like to replace those burner inserters. No, I'll leave it. I would prefer to use regular inserters, but the nice thing about using the boiler or the burner inserters is that if you do have a power problem, they're still going to load fuel. Whereas if you use regular inserters, you run out of power, and now your inserters don't work either. So I'll just leave it. Looks like with the coke pellets, they insert slowly enough that that those will be fast enough. Okay, good. So we got plenty of power now. Yeah, I mentioned water. So the Mark II boilers, where do I see water consumption? Okay, so the steam engines consume 36 per second. I'm not sure if steam to water is a 1-to-1 ratio. I think it is. So let's assume that it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So 36 per second. Whoops, 36 times 40 steam engines is 1,440 water per second. And an offshore pump can only deliver 1,200. So that means we're going to need to add a second pump. What I'm not sure about is whether one pipe can handle the flow of two pumps. And I'm not even really sure if there's any way to measure it. Well, I guess what we can do is we can come down the line and take a look at the pipe contents and make sure we're getting enough water. So far it looks good. Of course, we're not running at full power at this moment, but so far it looks okay. If we need to, we can run a second pipeline, and then halfway down we can insert it so that we get more water in. But I think this will work. Okay, and then we can see here that our saphirite now is running very low. So that's something that we're going to need to address soon. We've got, let me delete that. From the original 641,000, we've got 48,000 left. So we're almost out. That will mean that our iron will start to deplete. We have a lot stored, but we do need to address that. If we look at our map, okay, yeah, this will be fine. We've got a pretty big deposit down here. This is close enough that we can even just run it up on belts, and not have to bother with the train. Yeah, so I think we'll be safe for a while, and then eventually we'll need to add some train stations to load this stuff in. In fact, I could even set up the train station to bring saphirite in, and then just drill it here and load it there into the station. And then when this is gone, I can just start bringing it in from outside as needed. And with the infinite ore here, I might not even need any more from outside. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.